David Hepworth, 71, has spoken out about whether the Old Grey Whistle Test, later known as just Whistle Test, should make a return to our screens. And the answer is simply, no. The music show first broadcast on the BBC in 1971 and went through a range of hosts during its time on air, until its final showing in 1988. Similar to Top of the Pops, it focused on albums rather than the chart hits. But in a new interview, the journalist opened up about the reasoning behind condemning another series reboot. "Some say they should bring Whistle Test back," he said. "I don't agree. YouTube is probably the best place for it. After all, it was born in 1971, when albums were hard to find, not easy to afford and consequently very precious indeed." He revealed he still receives emails all the time from fans who tell him they've been watching clips online of him interviewing bands back in the day. "The best performances given on the show should live forever in what is effectively a massive digital second-hand shop," the went on. "They're to be sought out in the future by fans not yet born, seems entirely in keeping with the values in which the Old Grey Whistle Test was conceived. And the show is still popular on the streaming site, where millions of unsanctioned pieces have been shared by fans. They preserved them on VHS tapes during those long decades when if you wanted to clap eyes on Focus, the sensational Alex Harvey Band, John Martin or Judy Sill and you had missed the broadcast, this was the only way you could do it," David chuckled. Having launched in 1971, the 71-year-old admitted Whistle Test's reboot wasn't as successful as that of BBC Two's other specialist programme, Top Gear. Instead, it came off the air in 1988, he explained to Radio Times. "Collateral damage in the war between the barons that is waged ceaselessly within the corporation. At the time, nobody on the program anticipated anything we did would turn out to be of historical interest. The contracts certainly didn't allow for it. Bands were signed for one live broadcast and one repeat later that week. And there were other changes, too. The BBC lopped off the Old Grey from the title, commissioned an unlovely synth-pop remake of the original theme tune and gave the impression of wishing the show would magically morph into the tube," David retorted, confessing it didn't have the desired bold reinvention. David's full interview is available to read now in Radio Times.